be going hard, them going hard. I just hit them all. You just swipe the card, I'm with a couple Latin. I just do. You other guys telling lies, homie, free money. You pay me, swagging in my sailing. Two-door coupe Mercedes, I am too much for you. I don't trust them.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
Charlotte, North Carolina, as we get ready for this interconference contest here at the Time Warner Cable Arena. The Warriors are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. Williams comes in for Tyler Hansbrook. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is checked in for Courtney Lee. And Freak subbed in for Walker. Then for the Warriors, Vasily comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes and Green are the forward set. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Azili in at the center, locking down the middle.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
1:24 left to play in the first quarter. And Freak throws it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
And the Hornets making a change here. Lamb's checked in. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Freak. Green with the block. And that's out of bounds. And Charlotte will retain possession. .59 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Lamb, guarded by Curry. 4 on the clock. Freak kicks to Zeller.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Curry with it. Out defended by Freak. Shoots from the baseline. Green, no luck.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
20 seconds left to play in the first. And that one's good. Freak. 16 seconds left to play in the first. Up top, Curry. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Now, Freak. And, oh, he hits the... Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team. And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player. Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we find ourselves in. But, you know, there's something to be said for developing all 4 years in college when that's the best route for an individual player. Nowadays, I think, unfairly so, there's a ton of pressure on young guys sometimes to leave prematurely. We'll see if Freak's decision pays off for him long term.
That's his second personal foul.
And welcome back. It's been... Hornets trail by 7. Walker the pass to Freak. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Dishes it to Williams. The shot is off. Great D that time from Green. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one for a teammate.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. That's short off the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Outside for Batum. And a miss there on the triple.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Offensive rebound, Azili. Walker with some nice D.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Freak with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Freak dishes to Williams. And stolen by Barnes. 3-on-3. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Barnes has got his first points of the night.
That's outstanding hang-time improvisation right there.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
So for the Hornets, their last game, a win against Milwaukee.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at them.
5 to shoot. Back to Walker. Charlotte needs to get a shot up. Williams can't hit.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Thompson with it. A 26-point game for him in the win against the Utah Jazz.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
And Green gets it to go. One second left. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so that's the end of the first.
Thank you, Kev.
And now the third quarter after this one. This is checked in for Batum. Lamb comes in for Lee. And Freak subbed in for Walker. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. And it's Barbosa in for Curry. Freak, he's in at point guard. Tyler Hansbrough out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then there's Al Jefferson. And it's Lamb at the 2 spot. So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
And guys, Tyler Hansbrough, as heavily a decorated player as we've ever had in college, has somehow seen his numbers steadily decline in the pros. Last season, he was in for an average of only 14 minutes a game, the lowest of his career. And he also only averaged about 4 points a game, which also equaled the lowest of his career.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Thompson. Stolen by Thompson. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 4-point Warrior lead.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Shakes him. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green. Well, guys, no secret that Al Jefferson has never been known for his defense. Clark, mostly viewed as an offensive player.
Yeah, he really is strong down in the low post. But last season, Jefferson went out of his way to change that no defense perception of him.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Charlotte. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for the Warriors. Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Jefferson, and the rejection by Ezeli. Good.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
And the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you know, it's what spurred Jefferson to kind of rededicate to defense when he realized teams would pick on him and make him the focal point of their attack.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Al Jefferson. And the Warriors also making a change. Curry's checked in. Now here's Freak, guarded by Curry. Freak kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 6. Lamb passes to Freak for the lead. And the rejection by Ezeli. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third.
And for Jefferson and his defense, players know when they are being targeted. So good for Big Al to do something about it.
Lamb, good.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
Now here's Freak. Defense right on him. Great D that time from Green.
The spin freed him up, but he just couldn't follow through with the shot.
Curry sinks that one from the post. Curry's got 26 points.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets team.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game. Some changes here for the Hornets. Jefferson's checked in for Cody Zeller, and Freak subbed in for Kemba Walker. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for the Warriors. Draymond Green comes in for Andre Iguodala. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, we've got Green. Curry is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Bogut in at the pivot, manning the middle.
That's his first personal foul.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors.
Your Hornets shooting 2, Tyler Hansbrough.
So we can't get either to fall. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Green. He's got 13 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Stolen by... Thompson. There's a whistle that goes on Tyler Hansbrough. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Shooting for Charlotte, Klay Thompson.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. "19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Freak with it. Curry meets him. And Freak throws it down.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
Harrison Barnes.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. "11 seconds left in the game. Curry was some nice D. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
Yes, Kevin.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the
The only color I care about is green, money.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal
some chill.
We got Kevin Durant up next. And you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect. We watched plenty of film. But sometimes you just got to throw all that out the window and settle things on the court. And I'm ready. Bring it, KD.
He'll do the knowledge to the master builder. Live from Charlotte at the home of the Hornets, we're broadcasting from the Time Warner Cable Arena. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. For Jefferson, Kid Gilchrist comes in for Williams, and Freak subbed in for Lee. And then for Oklahoma City, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Andre Robertson. Taking a look at the Thunder, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2, and it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. Shots good by Ibaka.
You know, it's hard not to think of great shooting when you think of Kevin Durant. What he's really worked on over the past few years, though, is his playmaking. He's averaging 4 to 5 assists a game these days. Impressive.
Stolen by Waiters. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
And that last replay courtesy of Pio.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Charlotte. Jeremy Lin comes in for Kemba Walker. Here's Westbrook. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And both free throws good from Freak. We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. Adams outside. Out left to the wing. And Westbrook, here we go. And it's blocked. And here's Freak. He has 5. Out to the wing. They set the pick. Dishes it to Zeller. Lynn, that's a 2-pointer. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. The pass to Waiters. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Westbrook dishes to Waiters. Shoots from the baseline. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Outside, Lynn. Now here's Freak. With 1 on the clock.
All right, Charlotte, now entering the court for your...
And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that is. Year-by-year improvements until he became the best. 4 now for Charlotte. And then for Oklahoma City, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Cantor. Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
So the Thunder 5 right now. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. On the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant, and it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors did some really solid work on the floor. He ended with 7 points, and along with what he did on the offensive end, he also played some stellar defense as well. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Good on the second free throw.
You know, when you look at the Thunder and their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive.
It's Durant on the wing. Inside, Adams. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Raptors.
And just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
Left side, Durant fires the 3. Zeller grabs the board.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
That's his first personal foul. Penalty situation.
The Hornets have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
Freak! Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Freak. Nick Collison's checked in for Serge Ibaka. And both free throws good from Freak. There's 57 seconds left in the first half. And Westbrook, here we go. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
Well, I tell you, I think his body control and concentration in the air are really unique.
Here's Freak. Offensive rebound. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Pass to Lamb. It's Freak, top of the key. Stolen by Waiters. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. And he gets it to go. Waiters got 6.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Len from long range. No good on the buzzer beater. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Thunder lead by 19. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, guys, I'm here.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. The new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Dion Waiters checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Andre Robertson. Freak in at point guard. Cody Zeller out there with Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Lynn in at the two-guard spot. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Just 5 to shoot. Freak passes to Kidd-Gilchrist. Great D that time from Collison.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Now here's Payne. Tight defense on him. Westbrook with the bucket.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Freak kicks to Kidd-Gilchrist. Sinks that one from a post. Kidd-Gilchrist has got 7 points. Here's Westbrook. He's got 19. Takes it from 10. Second shot opportunity. That's tipped. 36 seconds left in the third. There's the feed to Lamb. He dishes it to Freak. And he slams it one-handed.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Here's Payne. Misses the shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Hornets dance team.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never. So the Thunder, Steven Adams comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Andre Robertson. So the Thunder 5 right now. On the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant. Canner is the power forward with Adams in the middle. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. Here's Freak, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Freak. 9 points, and he's knocked down 5 shots at the charity stripe. Good numbers for him.
Yeah, they are. It's been a nice element of his game today.
You know, something that's floating around in the sports world and in the NBA is reseeding after the playoffs start. And for those of you who may not understand the situation, it's simply saying that no matter what seed would play the lower seeded team, however you get to those numbers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Enes Kanter. Foy comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Oklahoma City.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in there about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Westbrook. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Here's Freak. Unloads. Off target with that shot. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the...
A great game tonight, Kevin, certainly.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player, Russell Westbrook. For some guys, a double-double is a great night, but he makes it a regular occasion. And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
It's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done.
Yeah.
I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have...
It's been a long road trip. Last game is tonight. And I know I want to get out of here with the win. We'll be back in front of the home crowd soon. But now's not the time to be looking ahead. I need to step up my game and help this team get it done. No excuses.
Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Well, it was the Charlotte Hornets in their last game losing to the Trailblazers in Portland. And that was a real body blow for them. They got taken apart both offensively and defensively.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the back.
Lakers. Brandon Bass is checked in for Hibbert. Nance comes in for Julius Randle. Young's checked in for Bryant. And it's Clarkson in for Lou Williams. The Hornets also changing it up. Zeller, he's checked in for Jefferson. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Marvin Williams. And Freak subbed in for Jeremy Lamb. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Freak in at shooting guard. Cody Zeller out there with Michael Kid Gilchrist. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's Batum in at the 3, the small forward. Russell passes to Nance. The dish to Clarkson. And the shot is long.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
Walker dishes to Freak. Shot clock at 6. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
That's good. Bass has got his... first bucket in this one.
They are really... really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Freak kicks to Walker. Kid Gilchrist sets the pick for Walker. Now here's Freak. He's covered by Clarkson. They get it again.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch, and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold, the way that guy gets to the rim.
Here's Kid Gilchrist, and the layup falls. Kid Gilchrist has got his first 2 points of the night.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Bass, a screen on Walker. Walker against Russell. That's good for his third bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field. Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Walker the pass to Freak. Dishes it to Kid Gilchrist. Off target from the baseline. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Now, here is Russell. 6 points for him. Bass with the screen. Young from outside. And the Lakers get it back. Here's Nance. Can't tie it up as that one misses. A nice for... Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about a jump. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play? It's a completely new group for Los Angeles. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. Batum comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Freak's checked in for Lamb. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jeremy Lin. And Charlotte looking who they've got. Freak, he's in at shooting guard. Marvin Williams is out there with Batum. Then it's Zeller, and it's Walker in at point guard. Freak dishes to Batum. It's stolen by Bass. And keeping us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Trailblazers came through when they needed him to. He finished with 8 points and flashed his range a few times in the process. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint him.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Just 4 to shoot. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
Playing a physical brand of basketball so far, and those trips to the foul line have been very effective.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Young's checked in. Lakers working the ball around now. Shots good by Clarkson.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Here's Freak, and it's blocked. But they get it back. Here's Zeller. Count it from 12. Zeller's got his second bucket.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Stolen by Walker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Now just a 2-point Laker lead.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. This shooting has been off the charts.
Pass to Bass. Deflects the pass, and he gets the bucket. Bass has got 5 points so far.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And Freak throws it down.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. LA's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Young. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. All sorts of time. Can't get it to go. And so it's a close.
Gentlemen, I'm here with Roy Hibbert. And Roy, what do you think the team needs to do coming up in the second half?
I think we need to take care of the ball on the.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Lewis Williams out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half. And that one's good. Hibbert's got the just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one off season. I tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed.
And, you know, for Brandon Bass, such a big asset to Boston last year in their push to make the playoffs, especially after the Celtics had traded away several key veterans. His toughness, his strong mid-range game, that all helped.
And going back to Brandon Bass, he was Boston's only enforcer down low once Sullinger went out with the broken foot. At that point, Greg, no one thought the Celtics would make the playoffs, but Bass helped push them in.
And last season, one of the most meaningful in Bass's career in terms of his contributions really counting toward the bottom line. A lifetime role player. The outcomes of many games last year were swayed by how well he performed.
Courtney Lee is on the wing. He feeds it to Freak. Picked by Zeller. Here's Freak. Shot off the screen. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Zeller's got it all tied up now for Charlotte. LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Young outside. Beyond the arc. Second chance shot. Bass can't get it to go.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
For the lead, here's Zeller, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game.
Young with no one around. Out to the right wing. Here's HORNETS. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. From deep. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Charlotte in the lead. Guys, a potent offense right now.
Yeah, Kevin, really the offense is flowing quite nicely right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Young outside, takes the three, and the shot is good. Young's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Passes it to Lee. It's Freak, top of the key. Outside, Lynn. Charlotte moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Freak. And again, and the Hornets missing. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Clippers in Los Angeles.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
There's the steal. No good. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Lakers lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Hornets trail by 4. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. Williams down low with Jefferson. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Batum in at the 3 slot. No good from Lamb. The Lakers shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Russell high post. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Some changes here for the Hornets. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Freak subbed in for Kemba Walker. To the paint. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jefferson. Slam dunk by Kid Gilchrist.
Well, you talk about clutch plays, defensively and offensively. We saw both right there.
And the gap's narrowing right now, Clark. Every second from here on out counts. Neither team can afford to make mistakes. You got to manage the clock and play smart.
Let's get this update now from
Roy Hibbert, Julius Randle.
Hey, we haven't been playing that well, and yet we're still in this thing. If we straighten up, put together a few buckets, we can seize control of this basketball game. Can they execute now, Kevin?
Nobody near Williams. No good on the triple.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
Freak kicks to Kid Gilchrist. A floater, and it's good on the way in. And the Hornets lead by 1.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
All right, Lucas coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your Laker girls.
1:10 left here in the fourth quarter. Randall with the bucket. Well, as we move into the fourth, it's been an even game.
Yeah, it has been. Neither team able to create any significant separation so far.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Stolen by Clarkson. Kobe passes to Clarkson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And he does get the second one. And that will put them up by 2.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Freak kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The feed to Freak. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Looking at the game for Freak. 9 points and 4 assists. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Not to mention just the overall fundamentals that he's put on display here today.
And the second of 2 is good. That narrows the gap to 1. Game could be on the line right here.
It's basically now or never for them.
A tough position. On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Kid Gilchrist. The kick out to Williams. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Hibbert dishes to Clarkson. Hibbert the pass to Clarkson. And here's Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. Hibbert with a screen on Jefferson. From deep three-point range, no luck. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kobe Bryant.
Look, how many times have we seen games like this from Kobe? He was the primary option. They needed a bucket, he delivered. This game has evolved in the last few years, but the recipe was working tonight.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put your team in position to win. He gave them points in bunches, and when they needed them. It's not always about how much you get, but when you get those points up on the...
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet